Damn Wi-Fi. Freaking technical difficulties over there. Probably the people outside throwing fucking fireworks and it landed on it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not making excuses. Whatever. Um, let's move on from that to sitcom dads because it's Father's Day. With Father's Day right around the corner next tomorrow, we're celebrating the dads who made us laugh, taught us life lessons, embarrassed their kids, and somehow always found a way to come through when it mattered most. From sitcom legends and wisecracking TV fathers to unforgettable movie dads, these characters became part of our childhoods and family memories. Maybe your favorites were funny, maybe they were tough but fair, maybe they weren't perfect, but they always tried their best. Now it's time to build your list. Who makes your top sitcom and movie dads? Drop your picks in the comments and let's see who ends up in this Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna say these picks. Greg, go right ahead. He's in the chat, by the way. Like, at least he got to be in the chat for a little bit. Greg, go ahead and like list your favorite TV or TV or movie fathers. Vicky says everyone, but not the dad from Seventh Heaven. There you have it. Vicky has an opinion about the dad from Seventh Heaven, as we all do. Angie Lindman says 546 says Al Bundy. BG says Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. Ducky Petro's version says Dan Connor from Roseanne. The Violator 1984 says Al Bundy. Mena says Uncle Phil. Greg Otto. I don't know who that was. Ricky Ricardo, Carl Winslow, and Alan Matthews. Greg Otto. And as I'm looking for Greg Otto, Greg says Philip Banks, Carl Winslow, Danny Tanner, and James Evans. Greg Otto from American Housewife. Greg? Um, nice. Good times. Good times, Greg. Good times. James Evans from Good Times. Uh, okay. My picks were Uncle Phil, Danny Tanner, Alan Matthews, Carl Winslow, Bert Hummel from Glee, Red Foreman from That 70 Show, Eugene Levy from both movies and TV show American Pie and Schitt's Creek, Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire, Adam Sandler from Grown Ups, and Doctor Dolittle. Because why not? All right, who are your top 5 picks of fathers? Leanna, you haven't answered. You want to go for it? You can go right ahead if you like. And then we have the top 5 cartoons that should be turned into movies. With all the excitement surrounding Masters of the Universe, I think it's time to bring back one of our favorite segments here on the podcast, Top 5. Hollywood has spent the last few years digging through our childhood looking for franchises or to reboot, remake, and turn into blockbuster movies. Some have worked, some have absolutely not worked. But every now and then, a movie comes along that makes you think, okay, if they can make that work, what else is sitting out there for its shot? What else is sitting out there waiting for its shot? So today's top 5 is what cartoons should be turned into movies. Not necessarily reboots, not necessarily remakes, just cartoons from our childhood that deserved a big screen treatment. Some of these should have happened years ago already. All right, number 5, Hear Me Out. Hear Me Out. Disney Adventures of the Gummy Bears. Let's start with this one because it doesn't get enough love. Magic Berries, Secret Kingdoms, Adventure, Fantasy, Talking Bears. This thing is basically Disney doing fantasy before fantasy became cool again. And today's visual effects, it'd be great. A Gummy Bears movie could be incredible. And, honestly, how many of us tried bouncing after drinking 5-hour energy bottles? The Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears. Great, huh? Number 4, The Jetsons. All right, Leanna just answered. Alan Matthews, Carl Winslow, Red Foreman, Dan from Roseanne. All right, awesome. Thank you, Leanna. Appreciate that. Love that you answered it. Number 4, The Jetsons. Flying cars, robot maids, smart homes, video calls. Half the stuff that was science fiction when this show aired is basically normal now to us. AI, you know. A Jetson movie could be comedy, family adventure, social satire, and it would be hilarious to see George Jetson realize modern technology is somehow more confusing than the future he grew up in. Number 3, y'all are gonna love this. Gargoyles. Dark, serious, action packed, amazing mythology. A modern live action Gargoyles movie practically writes itself. Imagine seeing Goliath, Brooklyn, Lexington, Hudson with today's technology. Could be a freaking fantasy franchise right there. Number 2, a live action Mario Brothers done right. Yeah, we got the animated freaking movie already, but that's not enough for me. I didn't want that. I wanted real life. I wanted I didn't want the Mario we got in the 90s, but that's John Leguizamo. But I want a new one. I want it done right. A true live action version that embraces the Mushroom Kingdom instead of running away from it. Not the weird 93 version, not inspired by, not loosely based on. I mean Bowser, Yoshi, Peach, Mushroom Kingdom, Mario Kart, Mario Galaxy, or just Mario in the Hood. The whole thing, if fantasy movies can make dragons believable, they can make Goombas work. Make the Goombas work. Um, Honorable mentions. Before I do my number 1, honorable mentions. She-Ra, Princess of Power. I'm not gonna spoil anything for people who haven't seen Master of the Universe yet, but let's just say anyone who stuck around for those 3 after credit scenes probably walked out of the theater thinking they're setting something up, and it's about time. She-Ra has always deserved to stand alongside He-Man as one of the greatest fantasy heroes of the era. Another one, and I said this last night, it should be included in here as well. Captain Planet and the Planeteers. If there's ever a cartoon that feels more relevant today than when it originally aired, it's Captain Planet. Back in the day, we watched it because the rings were cool, the powers were cool, the Captain Planet looked awesome. As adults, we realized the show was tackling pollution, environmental disasters, conservation, corporate greed, and politics. There were basically the politics in there. Imagine a modern blockbuster that treats its superhero movie instead of a Saturday morning cartoon. And just imagine me just singing, Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to 0. Yeah? No? Let me know. Voltron. How have we not gotten a freaking Voltron movie yet? We have Transformers, we have uh Power Rangers, but we haven't gotten a Voltron movie yet. Giant lions, space battles, teamwork, an iconic transformation sequence. If done correctly, it could print money. Every few years, Hollywood talks about it. Every few years, fans get excited. Every few years, we're still waiting. One day, it should happen. Um, and my number 1, we said it earlier. We're both big fans. Greg's a big fan. I'm a big fan. We're all big fans here. Thundercats. Ho! Sword of Omens, Dirt Earth, Mumra, Panthro, Chitara. Chitara. Mm. I'm just imagining her in the pilot episode. That was never, I don't think anybody saw it. It's just like everybody was naked on that pilot episode. Anyway, Chitara. The world building is already there. The action's already there. The fan base is definitely there. We're ready. We've been ready since Master of the Universe. We've been ready since back in the day. If Hollywood can build giant fantasy universes around superheroes and space operas, Thundercats feels like a no-brainer. It should happen. Make it happen. There it is. My top five and a few more in there as well. Honorable mentions. Uh, so here's a question for you guys, everybody listening. What cartoon deserves a movie? Not a streaming series, not a cameo, not a reboot nobody asked for, a real movie. Because somewhere out there, there's a cartoon from your childhood that's still sitting on a shelf waiting for its chance to become the next big blockbuster. And if Hollywood's taking requests, now's the time to make them. So, Greg, if you're still in here, what cartoon deserves a movie? What other cartoon deserves a movie? Because the one that I just mentioned. Um, like when we were kids, these weren't intellectual properties. They weren't franchises. They weren't cinematic universes. They were just shows we rushed home to watch, or we woke up on Saturday mornings, early in the morning, because we didn't want to wake up every day for 5 days straight to go to school. But we did want to wake up for Saturday mornings to watch our favorite cartoons. Um, the show we talked about at school on Monday or the next day, the shows we pretended to be on the playground, as we always pretended to be somebody. And now, decades later, Hollywood keeps proving that nostalgia still has the power. So maybe the next billion-dollar franchise isn't something brand new. Maybe it's sitting in an old lunchbox, a VHS tape, or a stack of cartoons we haven't thought about in 20 years. I'm ready for Thundercats. I'm ready for Gargoyles. I'm ready for Captain Planet. And yes, I'm absolutely ready to hear Ho! Or by your powers combined, I am Captain Planet on the big screen. So let's do that. Let's go. Let's do it. And that is it. Greg, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you, brother. I know this is a cartoon, but I would like to see Never Ending Story redone. Oh, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I would love to see Never Ending Story redone also. Like, modernize it with our people, with new people on here. All right. And just like that, another Father's Day weekend hangout on the porch comes to a close. Tonight was one of those episodes that reminded me exactly why we do this. We celebrated some of the greatest sitcom dads and movie fathers of all time. We talked about those super perfect summer nights that somehow felt like they lasted forever when we were kids. We checked in on the World Cup and watched the drama continue to unfold as teams fight for every point and every opportunity to move one step closer to the final. We talked horror games, summer television memories, and of course ended things with a top five list that had us dreaming about all the cartoons that deserved the live action treatment. And yes, somewhere out there, somebody absolutely yelled, Ho! We're going to just keep fucking saying ho the entire time. Either that or Golazo. If you did all that, if you did yell it wrong with me, if you did yell it, screaming at the top of your lungs, you're exactly our kind of people. Before we head out, let's once again wish a very happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. To the fathers, the stepdads, the grandfathers, the uncles who stepped up, the mentors, the coaches, the older brothers who became role models, and every father figure who helped guide somebody through life. Thank you. Your stories, lessons, sacrifices, bad jokes, grilling techniques, hmm, remote control ownership, and inability to ask for directions have all helped shape generations. Today is for you, and that's it. And don't forget the World Cup action keeps rolling this week. Be keeping a close eye on our teams: Norway, Mexico, Argentina, Portugal, USA, Brazil. As the standings continue to tighten and the road toward the knockout rounds start coming into focus, some teams are looking strong, some teams need a big performance. And somebody is probably going to take another dramatic tumble that belongs in a daytime soap opera instead of a soccer match. I'm sorry, not a daytime soap opera, a telenovela. Ay, looks off into the distance. Ha 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 ha. J A J A J A J A. That's just part of the World Cup experience. And next Wednesday, we'll be switching gears and stepping back into the wrestling world for our Night of Champions predictions episode. We'll break down the card, talk winners and losers, discuss possible surprises, and see what storylines could be heading into the second half of the summer. Then next Saturday, we're back on the porch with even more summer nostalgia, more pod deck questions, more stories, more top five lists, more debates, more memories, because summer has officially arrived. And now around here, that usually means the stories get even better. Better. Yeah, they get even better. Before we really go, everybody in the chat, myself included, everybody listening, take a breath with me. Summer's here. The World Cup is rolling. The grill is probably warming up somewhere, and there's still a lot of memories waiting to be made. Thank you for spending this time here in my third place, your third place. Welcome to your third place. Not home, not work, just a space where we show up, tell stories, laugh a little, and leave the porch light on for whoever needs it. Take care of each other, take care of yourself. This is the M3P podcast, where community, creativity, nostalgia, and a little summer chaos always have a seat on the porch. We'll see you next time. Okay, one more time, because I know you guys want to do it. So say it with me. On three, because we didn't do it in the first time around. We weren't in sync in the first time around. So let's do it on three. One, two, three. Ho! Have a great night.